push, and I wanted to give you the select board's action taken for November 15th, 2022. Our first item of the agenda was public comment, and we did not receive any public comments. We had a consent agenda that we approved of approving the minutes of October 25th and November 1st. We accepted the resignations of Kevin McCarthy from the Historical Commission, Kelly Cart from the Youth Commission, and Nasiba Manan from the Cultural Council. So those are now, although we're sad to see them go, there are now 3 new openings on committees. So if anyone is interested, they should feel free to apply online at the town website. Then we had the tax classification hearing, which is something we do every year to determine the tax classification we want to do for the town, and it's pretty standard. We have, in my memory, even always decided not to do a split tax rate, so we charge the same tax rate to businesses and homeowners, because if we were to try to increase it for the businesses, we have a very small number of businesses in Hopkinton. It would really overly burden businesses and might discourage them from coming here. And then it would be a very tiny benefit to the residents because there's so many residents. So it really makes sense to keep it the same tax rate for business and residential. But if you have any questions, look through our packet. There was a very nice presentation from the assessor. Let's see. And then we were supposed to have a public hearing on utility poles on Clinton Street, and that has been postponed to the next meeting until December 20th. So it's 2 meetings away, really. We held a public listening session on the FY24 comprehensive budget, and believe it or not, nobody spoke at that. I think we did not give nearly enough advance notice on that. There were several people in the room, but nobody made any comments about the budget. So we'll have to try that again. If you have any comments on the budget, feel free to email us at selectboard@hopkintonma.gov. Next, we approved to change our manager for Hopkinton Wine and Spirits. We changed the manager to Mohil Soperwala. And all the paperwork is in order, so we went ahead and approved that. We welcomed a new employee, Bruce Palmer, as a van driver for the senior center. So that is really important. We need van drivers to drive the seniors to their appointments and activities. Then we had an update from the Friends of Hopkinton Family Day Committee. And so sadly for us, Ann Click has stepped down as the committee chair. She's done it for several years, and they have a great event. But luckily they have a new person who's going to take over, Colette Cornyn. So the work will carry on. Everyone was very appreciative of Ann Click's work over the years to really get this going. Because until we had our 100th anniversary, we didn't have an annual Hopkinton Day like some other towns have a Holliston Day or Ashland Day. So anyway, there's a huge crowd there to thank Ann for her work. We took a big group photo. So that was wonderful. Next, we approved a draft Tiff Agreement for the Alteros Energies company that builds the aerostats, and they're looking to move into 80 South Street. So there's several steps in this process. It'll go to the state for review, and assuming it's approved by the state, it would go to town meeting for everyone's vote. So stay tuned. And then we signed the DPW union contract between the MA Labor District Council and Town of Hopkinton. And so once that's all signed, it'll be public and available online. Let's see. And then we had a town manager's report. We've contracted for textile recycling with a group called Helpsy, and they're going to send an announcement about that because per state law, we're no longer allowed to put textiles in our trash. So they're going to provide ways for us to dispose of our textiles in other ways that are better for the environment. So stay tuned for an announcement from the town about how that's gonna all work. And avoid putting textiles in your trash. Let's see. Oh, and then the town manager announced 2 new grant programs. One is for economic recovery for businesses, and they'll be posting something about that. So businesses that were impacted by COVID can apply for those grants. And then there was also a grant for residents who were disproportionately affected by COVID. So look, and I believe a message went out about that this week. So if you're eligible, please apply. And we talked about the MWRA Connection Project and public participation because this will be a long, lengthy process. It has many steps to go through. So they're going to work on a better communication plan about that so the residents all understand how that works, how much it will cost, what is the benefit. And then let's see, we had liaison reports after that. So Mary Jo spoke about her how impressed she is with the Sustainable Green Committee, as well as the MWRTA board that she's on. Muriel noted that she had a wonderful time at the Veterans Dinner, and Mary Jo also mentioned the Veterans morning event. And we all noticed that there were not too many young veterans come to the morning event. I think more do come in the evening, but if you're a veteran or you have a veteran in your life, try to encourage them to get involved with the Veterans Celebration Committee. We do have openings on that committee. So we'd love to get some more younger people on there to take over that work. And then let's see, Shaidu gave an update on the elementary school building committee for Elmwood School. They're continuing their work, having forums, and I believe they're all televised. They have a website, so check that out if you're interested and they want to hear your feedback. And then I noted that I went to the Legacy Farms North Diwali event last week, which was wonderful, well attended, 400 people, lots of great performances by the children. I went, Nancy Cavanaugh went too from the school committee, as well as Fire Chief Miller and Deputy Chief Doherty. And then I asked about the, the regional emergency communications center idea, where we would partner with several other towns to combine our dispatch center. And they were meeting about that in Southborough last week, but at the same time as our select board meeting. So we will do something similar like that in Hopkinton soon, I think, so we can learn more about what that might mean. And some towns have already dropped out of that program, so it's an evolving situation. And then we had the capital project, a report about the capital projects earlier in the meeting. I guess as part of the budget presentation. And Muriel noted that we really have to get more communication out about that, because there are lots and lots of capital projects on the agenda, really more than the town can afford. So we're gonna have to prioritize, put things off, find more creative ways, and we'll certainly want public input on that. So I think that was it, and I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.